Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mother Industrialist live show where we talk about parenting, entrepreneurship, and life. I'm the host, Kenneth, and welcome to my show. And today is episode 16. And today I have this phenomenal lady, and she is a mother of three, and she's the founder of SG Maternity Concierge. She's also the blogger behind the award-winning blog thechillmom.com. She's also the author of The Chill Mom, How to Go from Anxious Expectant Mom to Relaxed Confident Mom. She's also featured in the Asian Entrepreneurs, the Asian Parents, and Lifetime Asia. She also appeared in TV Channel 5 as a pregnancy body image expert and guest host for the TV documentary series Man Birth Singapore. And she's also the host and speaker at Motherhood events. So without further ado, let us welcome Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for coming on my live show and making time for my show. It's really an honor, really blessed to have you on the show, and really looking forward. So, hi, Michelle.
Hello, hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Monday
so
morning, it's
yeah.
off.
That's good. So pardon me for my blocked nose and stuff like that. I'm still having flu, still recovering from it. But nevertheless, we will still do a good show. So before we start, there's a tradition with every guest. There's a question of the day that every guest get to pose to the next guest and also to the audience. So are you ready for the question of the day before we
Yeah,
kickstart
sure.
the show?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so the previous guest is she's Jenny from SG Baby Club. I believe you know her, right? Yeah. So she posted this question, and her question is: would you be interested to work with SG Baby Club and earn extra income? Yeah. So this is the question that she posed out to the audience and also to the next guest. So maybe as a general public or a mom, right? Would you be interested? That means to work with SG Baby Club and also earn extra income.
Um, I think like that question is, I would probably want to know, find out more. What does she
Mm,
mean by working with SG Big
mm,
Club? What is
mm.
required of me?
Yep, yep.
And yeah, what's the return on effort?
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah. But if something that I'm really interested in, then
Mm,
why not, right? Everyone would love to earn.
yes, that's good. That's good. So is to have more details and really exactly know what is it, but on generically you'll be interested to find out more and also to earn extra income from it.
Yeah, of course, yes,
Yes.
certainly. I mean, don't say no to opportunities, right? You never know until
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes. So before we move on, I see some people coming in. Let me just check on the Facebook Live. Uh,
Okay.
okay. Okay, I see people coming in. Hi everyone. I see about a few coming in.
Oh, okay, a few. So we're not all alone. I was worrying about just being
Yes.
us, and I realized so sad, just me.
Yeah.
Like Kenneth was assuring me that
Ah,
it's recorded, and so you can watch this back again next time, and
yes.
hopefully more of you can join the same.
Yes. Okay. Let me just check your sound first. My sound is alright. Hmm? Okay. Need to hear your voice first.
Yeah.
Okay, your sound is there. Good. Now we can kickstart the show. Thanks, Michelle. So, before we start, maybe you can do a short introduction about yourself and what were you doing prior of you being a blogger and also starting your business. You founded SG Maternity Concierge. So, what were you doing back then prior to all this?
Okay, so I guess start with what I'm currently doing right now.
Mm,
So I am the founder of Singapore Maternity Concierge and the blogger at The Chill Mom. So
mm.
generally with my maternity concierge business, I help expecting parents plan and manage the arrival of the babies. A lot of people ask me, oh, does that mean you help them conceive? No, only when after you conceive. And it's usually for first time staff mom who have no idea
Mm,
um, like what to get, what's the services to sign up for, then I come in and advise people on what to get and most importantly, what not to get, because to save a bit more money for when the baby actually arrives, all the way to postnatal services like confinement nannies and jamu masseuse and things like that. Before I started the business, I was obviously this business and being a mom blogger required me to be a mother. But what was happening, I mean, what did I do before I was a mom, is that I was, my first ever job out of high school, I was modeling for about 6-7 years. And I decided to, hang up my heels and continue my studies. And I left for Australia and I did early childhood education and childcare. From then, I did not go into childcare. I was managing events at Sydney Aquarium and some iconic places in Sydney. After that, I came to Singapore and I started my business, which is a soup and salad bar business, F&B. I was really into, eating right, but not super like healthy eating right. But at least just, eating non-processed things that you make from scratch. Doing that for about 2 years until I was pregnant and I was still working till I think up to the day I gave birth. But with F&B business, there's always this challenges of high staff turnover and staff not turning up to work, unfortunately. And so right after I had my children, my priority just shifted, and I realized I couldn't be in a business that required that much time out of me because I have this little human being that I need to so then I decided to stay home for my firstborn, and I started the blog while I was a stay-at-home mom.
Wow, cool. So just now you were saying that you have founded Singapore Maternity Concierge. What is how do you have that idea of starting this, and what is maybe the inspiration or the reason behind you starting this company?
Okay. It started because I think I started blogging first, and then I realized, there's a bit more people reading my blog, my family members. So I better write something useful. So it's all pregnancy related and what I was going through as a new mom. Because of that, I think friends started coming out to me to ask for advice and help. So then, of course, I help them and I provide my advice. And from there, they referred me on to their friends and friends. So it was, beginning to start taking out a bit of my time. So I decided to, hey, maybe I should start charging. So then, so that's how the business came about.
Wow. So in fact, the business comes from you blogging just because you were a stay-home mom. And the reason behind blogging is to kill time or to document every single thing that you're going through, or
I was like bored out of my mind. Being a working person for most of my life, all of a sudden I'm stuck at home with this baby who couldn't even talk yet. So I just needed some
avenues.
Output, you would call it. So I just started blogging, a bit more about my time and my experience. Initially, it was a bit more rant, and like I said, until I realized there are people actually reading it, then I thought, okay, maybe I should write something of value. Things that I've learned along my way, and then just took on from there.
So I remember you were sharing me that because for you are alone in Singapore and because you relocate here and that was one of the reasons because there's no one to really guide you on being on the motherhood journey, and that's why you started blogging and documenting, and you realize that by documenting you are adding that you are sharing your journey with those who are also first time mothers, and that also bring us to our topic of the day is how to achieve your dream motherhood as first time parents. Like for you, definitely your first child, being a first time parent and having the challenge of no one around you to assist you in your first motherhood as first time parents. So was that one of your inspiration? That's why you started blogging and also started setting up your business, the Singapore Maternity Concierge?
Yeah, I think very much so because my own mother passed away when I was 13.
Mm,
And as I only just found out that, when I was pregnant, that the symptoms that I would go through is it would be very similar to what my mom has gone through
mm,
just because of genetics.
mm,
So I thought, okay, so then, writing a blog, then I have something I can document what I've been through, and hopefully my daughters,
mm.
because I have two daughters now,
Ah,
they could then read about what I've been through, and yeah, hopefully that will help them.
yeah.
Yeah, so it helps my daughter, and yeah, and then hopefully it helps other mothers as
That
well.
that's cool. I guess I came across one of your blog, which is your daughter's birthday, and there's something like what my mom had left me is a blog, something like that, along that line. Like
Sorry.
what you gave her as a present is like a blog.
Oh yeah.
So I find it that it's
Because I
interesting.
don't really like to buy presents and just
Yeah,
add to the clutter, and
yeah.
and I'm just thinking that future Lauren would just complain, my mother don't buy me any presents, just a belated blog post, that's all.
Yeah, which is very very interesting because in their future when they started growing up to become adults, their world will be a different world, and you'll be internet, social media and stuff, and a blog
Mm.
post is something like a letter that the mom is writing for the children. That's how I see it. Yeah, which is like you can say belated birthday, and it's a kind of documenting, which also inspired me like, have I ever wrote any letter for my daughter? Yeah, it could be something very interesting for them to document. Yeah, so for that post, it kind of gave me inspiration that I should do one, maybe for her birthday next year. Yeah, so which is
Yay! So I
interesting.
inspired not just mothers, daddies as well.
Yeah, I guess it's as parents, that's why our topic is about first time parents. Although I've been a first time parent for many years, my daughter's just 8 years old now. But I
Mm.
guess parenting is always a journey, and with your blog, it does inspire even parents with older kids and stuff like that, because your kids do grow up, and they there's different things that can inspire, but because of you documenting, it's also inspired me. I believe other parents or even daddies also get inspired. So that also brings me to, like, what do you see your business moving forward in the next 2 to 3 years? Like, is it going to be more challenging, or you feel that hey, there's more people receiving and more adaptive, or more open to the idea?
Yeah, I think people are probably more open to the idea because it's something that's very niche. Most people I met, when I told them what I do, and they're like, "Oh, I've never heard of it before."
Yeah.
Whereas some other countries like the UK, and they'll be like, "Oh yes, I heard of this. I know people have done this, or I know someone who has engaged someone to help them through this." So um, with that, it's definitely more acceptance to what I do, I suppose.
Mm.
But in a way, I don't generally see like challenges as challenges as such, because I
Uh-uh.
think um, across all businesses,
Yeah.
it will always be how the market relates to what you offer is,
Yeah.
and yeah, and things like that. So if it's something that you enjoy and,
Mm.
and love doing, then
Yeah.
yeah, for me, it's just keep doing it.
That's
I'm like, oh, okay, I don't no longer enjoy this, then I'll move on to something else. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, true, true. And
Mm.
because like for you it started, and now it how long have your business been around?
About 4 years.
four
Yeah.
years so
So I
after
think
your first child?
1.5 years. It's very easy to remember because my first child is 5.
Yeah.
It's like a year after she was born,
Uh-uh.
started, and then the business came.
Yeah, very interesting. Because that's what a lot of my mompreneurs that I know, they are my clients when I was doing advertising sales, and a lot of them start a business because of their children, because of their first newborn. Because and I always share that I feel that motherhood is the best time for you to kickstart your entrepreneurial journey, because it gives you a reason, it gives you a desire. Like for you, you basically put aside your soup bar business totally, even though I believe he's doing good, but you just put it away, suddenly just became a stay-home mom, which is that desire and that that decision to really be a full-time mother, be a stay-home mom, and really to spend more time, which is where does that courage come from for you to really give up on everything that you have built up, like 2 years of business, and now suddenly you just stay home and take care of your child?
Now that you mention it, I was pretty courageous.
Yeah.
I didn't really like even consider it. It's all like, I have this baby who relies solely on me. That's a business, and if I really want to go back into it, I think I can. But at that point of time, I think I think either it was hormonal. It's just right after I give birth, I didn't really think much. I just feel like, no, I cannot go through this anymore. I don't think I can do this because I think I wanted to be a mom for a long time. Ever since I was a young girl, I knew that I wanted to be a mother. And I don't think I could leave my child with someone else to run my business. It's just not something that I would consider. Yeah.
Wow, interesting. So I'm just curious, what is, because you say you really want to become a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is there any reason, or is it because at a young age, because your mom, you were sharing that your mom passed away, and is it that thought of being a mom, or any other reasons?
I had a really good relationship with my mom. So even before she passed away, I remember I was like a little girl. I knew that I wanted to be a mom, and like pass on all my wisdom to her. So like, okay, this is what I learned, and this is what I'm gonna, how I would. I don't know. It's just like an innate thing.
Yeah, which is interesting because it's like such a young age you wanted to be a mom.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I also wanted to be a really successful businesswoman when I was young. But mother has always been like one of those things. It's like a
bucket list.
If my husband or partner didn't want a children, it's like no, it's like I must. So yeah.
You must become a mother.
I don't know where that comes from. It's like it's in me. So.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting, because a lot of women now they're afraid. They're also reluctant because of, maybe they think of being a mother, there's more responsibility, stress. And for you, you have like three of them, age 5, 3, and 1 year old. And it's really hard, especially in the context of Singapore. Yeah. Stress, financially, time, and stuff like that. And for you to really wanting to have become a mother, and not just mother of one, a mother of 3, is and what gave you that courage to also have 3 at the same time?
My husband. Anyway, well, he actually wanted 4.
Okay. So we are expecting the 4th one to come out soon.
No. I think we're done. I think the courage. I don't know. I think being a mother, I did not think about this before I was a mom. Gave me a sense of purpose, a bigger sense of purpose. Like when I was alone, I mean, not alone, even like before being a mom, I've always been, when you're younger, you tend to like search about who you are as a person. And then when you're a bit older, then you realize, hey, I could be who I want to be, right? Then you learn and become who you want to be. Yeah. And after I become a mother, I realized I'm just not just living just for myself. And I have a bigger purpose now. I have a legacy. I have this person who's looking up to me and learning all the values, good and or bad ones, that I'm passing on to someone else. So it has given me a bigger sense of purpose and wanting to do better for myself and for them. So in a way, I need them to kind of like drive me to do better at my job.
Yeah, like your motivator, your inspiration.
Yeah.
So it means that the more children you have, the more motivation you have.
I think 3 enough lah. 3 is enough.
It's enough to.
Right?
Yeah. So and because like a lot of mothers just by having one they are already struggling. So how do you manage your three?
Um, helper. So I think that having, because we don't have family support around us, like
Uh,
my in-laws are in Sydney, Australia.
uh,
I'm from Malaysia, so my siblings and my dad is still back in Malaysia.
uh,
We have cousins, but we can't really like send our kids off. I think just it takes a lot of time management. Having a good helper, you treat her right, and she'll treat your children right.
yeah,
I'm sure I'm not the only one. I've seen a lot of parents in Singapore who
uh,
manages it really well as well, and yeah, I just don't see it as a challenge that it's hard. You just do it as a mother. Do it. Yeah, you just get what needs to be done,
uh,
and I think scheduling and managing my time is a big
uh,
aspect of and on trying to juggle so many things on my plate and
mm,
learning to say no to things as well. There could be lots of opportunity coming in, but if it's not at the right time,
yeah.
and if I really can't take it on because of the girl's schedule, I just can't. So yeah, try not to please too many people. Just do what's right by you and your family. Yeah.
Mm, that's good. That's really good thoughts that you share. And also because now do you think that it's possible that because having three kids and because you are doing your own business, you are also a blogger, and being a blogger and also having your own business, it helps a lot in you managing your three kids? Does it play a part, or do you see that even you have a corporate job, you are still able to manage your three kids, still taking care of them?
Yeah, I think my work, having my own business and being a blogger, definitely has helped me in managing three kids and doing things on my own. I
Mm,
think if I were to work 9 to 5, it would be a bit tougher.
yeah.
Yeah, I will have a lot less time with my children. I know not many people has this choice.
Mm,
Some parents may have circumstances that would have them spend more time at work.
mm,
So I'm lucky in the sense that I get to my schedule is flexible
uh,
and get to work around it. And because of the nature of my work,
mm,
most people are very understanding
mm.
that I have a personal obligation as much as my business obligation.
Hmm, interesting. Because
Mm.
now, like going back to you being a blogger, and were you worried because you say that because you want to kill time, it's like an output for you to blog, and does 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 that thought of monetizing or even that in fact I can earn money by doing blogging, I can earn some income from blogging. Does that ever came into your mind when you're blogging just for like you mentioned, like to output or to document your stuff? Have that thought ever came into you?
Not at first. At first, it was purely for documenting
Mm.
and and killing time. Until the first time when I received an email from a PR company who
uh,
like to collaborate, and I
uh,
thought, oh no, this is serious, right? This is exciting. Of course, I picked it up, and I realized, oh, okay. If this is, and I decided then, if this is the direction that I'm going,
uh,
then I obviously learn more about it and
uh,
see what makes my branding and my blog more attractive
yeah.
for monetization. Yeah.
Mm.
So once I didn't plan to monetize, but
Uh,
once I decided that I'm going to monetize it, I did all I could to make it attractive to advertiser.
uh, interesting. So you were saying that because you were blogging, but there was no PR company that came to you yet. You were not engaging any PR company back then until a PR company came and approached you.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's
I
that
didn't even
also.
think of it, right? I didn't even think of collaboration and making money out of that. So someone approached me, and I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe this is something that I can consider. And then I read a bit more about it, and I thought, okay, so yeah, let's just do
Do
this,
it.
try this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just like you're amazed by that, and it opened up another door for you, I believe. That you see, hey, okay, in fact you could do this, and because you love what you're doing, you love what you're blogging about, because you are basically you feel happy documenting and renting and stuff like that. That also attracted them. That's why they came to you, and so after that, when you start monetizing, were you worried that you could not like how should I put it, to monetize it and create a substantial income, or maybe to help to share the financial burden of the family? Once you thought of monetizing, was that thought of you like, okay, I need to earn how much by this month? You have that thought, because once you thought about monetizing,
Mm,
there's definitely a target. So
mm, mm.
does that came to you, or you just okay, any amount will do, since I can earn, might as well.
Yeah, it was more any amount would do at first.
uh,
Yeah. Um, because I did not, or I still don't actively sort out advertisers.
mm,
So yeah, whatever that comes, if it suits my readership, if it suits something that I'm interested to blog in, if it suits my lifestyle, then I take it on, and
mm,
if not, that's fine.
right.
So yeah, and then because of that, and then I've also started this business that helps supplement a bit of income.
Oh.
I'm still not the main breadwinner. So yeah, so like I said, my husband gave me quite a bit of you feel like you don't not like you're a bit of buffer,
Uh-uh.
something to rely on just in case this doesn't work out, do something else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're more like a team now, that I'm not alone, so someone will
Oh,
always support me. Yeah, I support him in whatever he does.
okay. So it is that, as a spouse being there to support you, that's that give you the flexibility to do what you want. That is also very important for you, right?
Oh yes, definitely. If as a entrepreneur, as a mommy or a married woman going into starting a business, you definitely need support around you.
Yeah.
If your husband, or I don't know, your family members or whoever. So when the going gets tough, there's always someone to go back to, and just to say you're doing good. Keep going.
Oh,
So I think that's very very important.
that's good. That's good. That is very good sharing, because the support from our family members, the spouse, and especially when um, you're also a blogger, and a lot of maybe mainstream people, they may not be able to understand, or be also being able to support. So it will be very very tough. But for you, I can see that you gain a lot of support and you're enjoying what you do, especially from your husband. I can see that there's a lot of support, and you see that you guys are a team, which make it even better. Yeah. So so for you now, you're a blogger, you're a you were saying that you're a lifestyle blogger more, a mommy blogger, mommy
Yeah,
lifestyle.
mommy lifestyle blogger. I wouldn't say I'm a parenting blogger, because I don't think I'm at that stage to tell people how to parent their child. You
Mm,
know, each family is different, each child is different.
yeah.
I may document how I parent my child, but I'm
Uh,
not who how to stop a tantrum in this track type. So it's more on like what I enjoy using in terms of services or products or experiences for my children.
mm. Good, interesting. So meantime, I'm seeing some people coming on Facebook Live. Maybe Michelle, you can say hi to them, and at the same time, for those who
For
are
joining us, really appreciate it. It's not a convenient time for most, I know. So thanks for joining us. Thanks very much.
yeah.
Really.
And for those who are watching us, do post your comment below if you have any question for Michelle, anything regarding about her Singapore maternity concierge, or even behind the scene of a blogger, and also any question about her upcoming book, which is The Chill Mom.
Oh
Uh,
yes, book coming out as well.
yeah, I'm also excited. I'm really excited for you for your book.
Oh, thank
Yeah, yeah, because it will help a
you.
lot of mother.
Already, right? So I'm learning from you, Kenneth.
That we are learning from each other. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So for those who are on, yeah, thanks for the hearts. I see people giving up some hearts. So for those who are watching us, do let us know where you are from, whether you are a parent, whether you're a mom, how many kids you have, and have do you guys ever want to have maybe to become a blogger or maybe to monetize your passion. You can always post your comments below or your question below, and I believe that Michelle will be very very happy to answer them. And
Yeah,
it's really really unbelievable to have Michelle because for me is I heard Michelle from a friend, from a mommy, and say, hey, do you know the Chill Mom? And I just Facebook message her, and she just replied. I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't expect that, but now we're connected. I'm really really blessed and glad. So
thanks for having me.
no, no problem. So let me see. Okay, so talking about you starting your maybe to start to earn money, you were modeling for 7 years, and
Yeah.
now because you're a mother of three, so you say that you wanted to be a mother, and a lot of mothers, a lot of women, when they maybe the fear of them being a mother is because they may go out of shape, lose their figure. And for you being a model for 7 years, and you were you afraid of losing that like model figure or maybe even a good figure after you became a mom? Yeah, were you?
It, I won't deny it. It has certainly crossed my mind. What if I become, fat and completely unattractive? But I think it's a very small price to pay because
Yeah.
I created a human being.
Uh-uh.
His body is so amazing that it could birth a child. So being out of shape is a very small price to pay, and there's a lot of mothers before me who has given birth and gone back to fantastic shape.
Mm.
So if if they can do it, I believe I could do it. Yeah. So yeah, thank God, I'm
So
not too out of shape.
so you were saying that because you have seen mothers who are given birth and they're
Mm.
going back to shape or sometimes even better, that give you the confidence, right? That you could do
Yes.
that also.
Yes.
Yeah.
You learn from others. If others can do it, of course you can do it. But just like anything else, if you put your mind to something,
Yeah.
you can do it. It's just if you don't really want it, if you don't really want it, right?
Yeah. I believe was it hard work for you to going back in shape or you did follow some routine and all that.
I was lucky enough that I didn't actually put on that much weight in the first. It was all just the tummy.
Uh-uh.
I think I put on probably the most weight with my first one. I was like, a bit bloated
Uh-uh.
in the face, and but yeah, I lost all the weight pretty quickly, and with my subsequent pregnancy, I also gained probably like 8 to 10 kilos.
Wow, that's very little.
I think what's important is that to realize when you're pregnant, you're
Uh-uh.
not supposed to eat for two.
Oh,
Just
okay.
the normal, healthy, diet that you would
Uh-uh.
occasionally indulge if you have a craving every day, then it would be easier for you to snap back into shapes. It's not a time to go on diet. Don't
Uh-uh.
go on a special diet and like just eat salad if just because you want to like keep slim. It's not a time for that. Just eat what your body tells you. If you're hungry, eat, and just don't go OTT. Should be okay. It's I think it's your body natural, it's genetics. If your body tend to put on a bit more weight, it's because the body needed to support that child.
Mm.
So it's just not a time to worry about figure. So at the end of the day, we all lose our figure, we all get old. So
That's a nice one.
you can hold on to it, right? And lucky for us these days that there's so many products and services that
Yeah.
help with that. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, true, true, true. Yeah, 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 so true. And it's a great tip, especially on the part where when you're pregnant, you don't eat for two, which is something that the first time I'm hearing, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. So
Yeah, the baby doesn't need as much calorie as you do. It's probably I think I read that at first it's like 200 calories, which is like 2 apples. And then after that it's like 500 calories, which is like I don't know, like yeah, just a few fruits. That's it. It's not
Yeah.
really, don't double your amount.
Wow. That thanks for all the tips. And also, because we were talking about how to achieve your dream motherhood as first time parents. So for you, because of your business, Singapore Maternity Concept. So what's your take and what is your tips or advice? How can one being first time parents they can achieve their dream motherhood?
I think you need to figure out what's really important for yourself as a mother. Whether what sort of lifestyle you're already living before, and what changes you're willing to take because of a new addition to your life.
Mm.
And if spending more time with your children is important, perhaps taking time off work during the early years to spend time with them, and you can always get back to your professional life.
Mm.
And if entrepreneurship is something that you've considered, and you have a good idea, and you have a family support around you, and enough financial capabilities to tie you over the initial months, then go for it. And don't let anyone else's perception of what a dream motherhood should be like to determine what you should do with yourself. Don't let your mother or your mother-in-law or your friends think, oh, you should be a stay-at-home mom, and or you should be a working mom, because otherwise you lose your professional education. You've been to university, that's all wasted, that you're not doing it, and you're looking after a child. It's never ever wasted. Mothers develop many skills, and you have a lot of skills that you learn throughout the years and that you can apply to parenting. So generally just stay true to yourself, and don't let other opinion determine what you should do with your current status as a mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very good advice. A lot of advice that you have shared. So like for you, what do the parents or maybe mummies to be that they can gain from engaging your services in Singapore Maternity Concept? What do you provide to them, and what are the things that you will be guiding them through? Maybe you can share a bit over here.
Okay, so most of my clients are first-time parents, because by the second, third time, you're like, okay, I know.
You
So
know it all.
and they are mainly like how I was before, no family support, or they are really time-strapped professionals who don't have time to do the research. So what I do is I sit down with them for a 30 minutes consultation and ask them about what they preferred pregnancy and motherhood would be like, whether they are like they want to go all organic, or if it's budget a concern, and tailored, and provide product recommendations to them. And so we do everything from setting up baby nursery based on your budget.
Wow.
So you don't have to worry about it, to packing hospital bags and doula recommendations, confinement nanny recommendation, and transition back to work sort of program, and hiring helper and how to train them according to your needs.
Wow. So what is the best time for the mother, and how many months to really look for you and engage your services?
Usually from the time they confirm the pregnancy, probably the third month onwards. Anytime between the third month to the sixth month, I think is a good time to start, because you don't want to strain yourself too much during the last trimester, where the body is has the most most tired.
Yep.
And where you should be resting. So get everything done in advance, and just enjoy the rest of your pregnancy.
That's cool. That's really something for the audience out there, especially mothers to be. You have friends who are going through this stage. Do let them know. And in that case, how do the mummies or the audience get connected with you?
Yep. So they can go to my website,
Yep.
www.thechillmom.com,
Mm.
CHILMOM, the US spelling. Go to my Facebook page, The Chill Mom, private message me there. Follow me on Facebook, also The Chill Mom, very easy to remember. Yeah, and just DM me from there, and all my contact details would be on the website. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
thanks a lot. And and thanks a lot. And I will also I posted the link how you can connect with Michelle via her Facebook, even on her page is in the post itself, and I will also add on to it. And last but not least, we're coming to the almost the end of the show. So really thanks Michelle. And like I mentioned, all the guests, every guest get to post a question of the day out to the audience and also to the next guest. So Michelle, are you ready with your question of the day?
Okay. I think what I like to find out is that is there a service that you wish for you could get while you're pregnant, or when during the early stage of your motherhood, that is not available out there, or in my business, that you wish that someone provides? So what is it?
Okay, so what is how I should put it? Okay.
It's like is there something you wish someone is there a service you wish is available to you while you're pregnant or the early stage of motherhood?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there a service that is available during the early stage of motherhood
That's currently not
or
available,
pregnancy?
or maybe it's available, you didn't know that it's available.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. That's
Okay,
that.
that's good. So for Michelle's question of the day, I will post it in the comment section. And for those who are watching and also for those who are watching replay, you can post your question below, and also this question get to post out to the next guest. So for the next guest, if you know, do watch and also get prepared for it. If not, it's going to be a surprise. So once again, thanks Michelle for the time, for making time, and thanks
Yeah.
for the tips that you have shared with us. And any last advice for the mothers who are sitting on the fence, wanted to pursue their passion, or even step into entrepreneurship? Any last advice for them?
For me, my last advice, I think, okay, entrepreneurship is not for everyone.
Mm.
So make sure you have enough support around you, financial capabilities to tide you through the initial month. And if you're really passionate about something, you can do it. Don't worry about it, and just go for it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right?
Yeah.
It didn't work out. You probably wasted a bit of time, but you never know. What you get back could be very rewarding.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very, very good advice for those mothers who are sitting on the fence, but from Michelle. So
But again, it's not for everyone, because you may not get, if you're a creature of comfort, you're worried about not getting your paycheck at the end of the month, then don't do it. Don't let, because entrepreneurship is in right now, because my friend is doing it, I should be doing it. Stay at work if you're happy there. So just do what makes you happy.
Yes, yes. That's really good advice from Michelle. And for those who are watching, do share it around with your friends. And also for those who are watching replay, thank you once again for watching. And for those who are coming live, I see still people coming in, still on live. So thanks a lot. Yeah. So
So,
yes, yes. So thanks, Michelle, once again. Thanks for coming on my live show, and I really want to invite you once again to share more in a later episode. So as long as the time the time is available, then we can do it again. And thanks for those who are watching. And Kenneth here signing off with Michelle. Thank you for watching Mother Industrialist live show. So once again, see you guys. See you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
bye.